Hey everyone, welcome to Home Matters, the podcast where we help you make the most informed decisions for your home renovation and improvement projects. Whether you're swapping out windows, tackling a kitchen makeover, or getting a new roof, we've got the tips, the tricks, and the insights that you need. So let's get into today's topic. Summertime is a good time to have fun, whether it's sit out by the pool, go to the beach, or do some travel. But if you're an adult, you probably need to do a lot of things around your house to manage it. In the summertime, I'm always conflicted in that way. I want to be by the pool. I want to be hanging out outside. But then guess what? You got to take care of the things that need to be addressed during the summer. Welcome back to another episode of the Home Matters podcast. We are your go-to resource for all things home improvement and renovation. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're going to talk about the essential topic of preparing your home for the summer with seasonal maintenance checklist. And as the weather heats up, it's crucial to ensure that your home is ready to handle the summer months efficiently and comfortably. So grab a notepad and let's get started. All right, first on your checklist is one of the most important systems in our homes, right? So think about your home as a big engine. And in that engine, there are different components that make everything run properly. We're talking about HVAC. The first, to me, most important part of the home is no doubt your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. And during the summer, your HVAC systems work overtime to keep your home cool. So it's vital to ensure that it's in top shape. Okay, so here are some of the key steps to follow. First and foremost, schedule a professional inspection. Have a certified HVAC technician inspect the system. They're going to check for any issues, clean the components, and then ensure that everything is running smoothly. And you can do some of these things yourself. So we're going to talk about that. Now, the simplest thing you can do is replace your air filter on a regular basis. Dirty filters can absolutely reduce the efficiency and the air quality of your system. So make sure that you replace it every 1 to 2 months. And buy a filter that is actually filtering. And some of those filters can cost, $15-20, but it's worth it because it's going to help your system work more efficiently. Now, cleaning the vents and the registers. So dust and debris is going to block airflow, right? Even a little bit. So what you want to do is just vacuum it down where your vents and the registers are to keep the air circulating freely. And then checking your thermostat settings, right? Ensure that the thermostat is working properly and that you may even consider upgrading it to one that's programmable for better energy management. One of the things that you can do is in the right outside your air handler in the outside the house is to make sure that you vacuum all that dirty deposit of water that is in there. I do this regularly with a little wet vac, right? So I'll put in some hot water with bleach in the inside pipe in the air handler, and it'll just clean through the drain. And then I'll go outside and you'll start to see that gooey water come out. That really helps that. Another thing that I like to always have on hand is a capacitor. Again, I'm not an HVAC guy. I'm just a regular homeowner, but the things that I can do myself for very little, I do it out of curiosity more than anything. And a capacitor to me is one of those things that, costs $15-20. And if yours blows out and you find out that that's the thing that is wrong, it's not a big thing like a condenser or a fan or something bigger than that, then it's something you can do for yourself and save yourself hundreds of dollars. But I definitely would recommend having an HVAC specialist come in and then just do their own big 30, 40, 50 point checklist for you. Now let's move on to the exterior of your home, gutter cleaning. Remove the debris, right? Leaves, twigs, debris in your gutters, when they get clogged, can cause a lot of water damage onto the roof, right around the edges. Whether you have tile roof or shingles, it doesn't matter. If there's water sitting there, it's going to cause the roof to warp over time, right? The plywood that's under there, even if it is all properly secure. So make sure your gutters are nice and clean. Check for damage. Look for any signs of wear and tear, like cracks, sagging sections, or just repair them as needed, right? So, but you need to go up there. One thing that you can do if your house is a 2-story house, get a drone. $20-$30 drone. And if you don't want to get up on the ladder, most of these little drones have cameras. You can just go slowly. I know that's a big task, but it's actually fun. We've done that with the kids, and yeah, ours got stuck on the roof. So you got to become a better drone pilot before you can do that. But it is a way for you to see what's going on atop your house if you don't have the ability to get up there. And then ensuring proper drainage. Where you have the downspouts and where the water is directed from your home's foundation is important, because you want to prevent flooding and soil erosion. So I've seen where if a spout is directed towards an area where water is just collecting, you can actually end up getting cracks along the walls as well. So there's a lot of things that you can do. The next section here that I'd say freshen up, and we're going to do in our home this summer, is painting. So we're going to freshen up and paint and pressure clean some areas where we can, address the cracks, little cracks that are there, paint that is peeling. So it's a good opportunity to freshen things up. In terms of prepping, like I said, for us, we are going to strip some of that paint with a very lightweight pressure cleaner that we bought on Amazon for, I think like $70. This way we don't have to sit there and scrape the old paint, right? And then just get a good quality paint that has a base and primer already into it and is weather resistant. Some of the paints now even have, like the ones we're going to paint on the floor around our porch, it's a paint that has a chemical in it that helps it stay cooler. So, obviously I'm in Florida and it can get to a feel of 100 degrees here. And so having a paint that is light enough, but also has elements in it that allows to keep it cooler is super important, because you want to sit out throughout the day and not be burning up, right? The next thing I want to address with you is pest control, right? Inspect your entry points, gaps around your windows, your doors, and then seal those points. Super important, right? Because in the summer, you see sometimes a lot of critters are leaving, but then there's other critters that are coming in. And especially this time of the year for us here, we have a lot of pretty trees with flowers, and we get a lot of wasps and things like that. So these aren't, necessarily insects or critters that are coming in the house, but can actually be a nuisance for us. And it was actually a few months back, I got stung by one of the wasps. And yeah, it's not fun. So I want to have the pretty tree, but I also want to be able to get rid of those critters that can become a danger to me and my family, right? We actually had a raccoon recently come in, ripped up the screen, and kept coming in. So, we had to do a couple of different things to, plug a few holes under the fence to make sure that this raccoon wasn't coming back, and making sure that the garbage cans had a weight on top of them so that the raccoon wouldn't come. So it's, I mean, if you're home a lot, you're going to see a lot of these things, right? And as I said at the top of the podcast, in the summer, I feel like, man, whether it's the weekend or, holidays like 4th of July coming up, you want to have fun. But at the end of the day, like all of us adults, you got to take care of your house. It's your investment. It's where you live, and there's no cutting corners, right? Now here in Florida, one big thing is in the summer months, it rains quite a bit. So it's important to remove standing water, because the mosquitoes are going to breed in that standing water. So we want to make sure that there is no big, puddles of water. Even looking at where we have some planters and bird baths, because if there's water sitting there, you're going to have more mosquitoes, which then prevent you from being outside, right? And so even with the screens and with windows, all it takes is one little quick second of opening, and there's a gap, and then there it is. And then, for those of you that have a pool that you have at home, whether you clean it yourself or you have a pool technician come out and clean it, it's important that you make sure that the pool, the water has adequate chemicals in there, the right amount of bleach. Our pool is a saltwater pool, so there's a combination there, and it's a little bit more complicated to take care of. But I'm always trying to keep up with what's going on. If I see a little bit of yellow building up, I want to make sure I take care of that, talk to the pool technician, have them come out and test the water, right? Because otherwise, if the water doesn't have enough chemicals, that can be dangerous for you. And if it has too much, then that's also not good. So yeah, so those were the different things that I wanted to talk about with you today. Was just the HVAC, the gutter cleaning, exterior paint, pest control, and pool. And again, you got to take care of these things. And then once you have them taken care of, whether you do it yourself or you hire a professional, then you can just focus on having some good fun in your summer. So there you have it. Some of your essential home maintenance elements, or checklists, I should say. And so I think, look, following these is going to help you ensure that you have a comfortable home that's efficient throughout the summer months. And remember, being a little proactive, which I'm not always proactive on every aspect of my home. I am with my lawn. I got to take care of my lawn. I love my lawn. So I think we all do this, right? The things that we love doing and love looking at, like my plants, my trees, I take really good care of it. The things that could be headaches, we don't. But then the problem is, in the long term, it could be, a much bigger problem for you, not only monetarily but also time wise, right? So like, think about my pool. If I let it go, then it could be a bigger issue down the road. So listen, if you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends and family who might benefit from these tips. And as always, we love hearing from you. If you have any questions or topics that you'd like us to cover, drop us a line on our website, social media, or here on Spotify. And again, check out other resources like HDTV online. Of course, This Old House on PBS. We love the Menards blog. They have a great blog there. Of course, Pinterest is great for inspiration if you're doing, like this summer we're looking to do a pergola with a trellis and all this other stuff there, plant some new trees. So I'm always looking for new resources. And if you have one, feel free to share it with us. Until the next episode, I'm your host, Alex. Have a great summer. Thanks for tuning in to the Home Matters podcast. Remember, a great home starts with making smart choices. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on a new episode. For more resources or to get in touch with a trusted local contractor, check out localcontractor.co. Until next time, take care and happy renovating.